I'm gonna show up on YouTube. Nice, great way to start the stream. Face full of bottle. Okay. Can you see the target? Can see the target. Can you see me? Oh yeah. Good. I got my 2 slings here. This being a shepherd's sling, a solid pouch. I didn't really terminate it properly, but it still does what it has to do. Then I have this, which is a Balearic style sling with 2. It's a split strap, so I can grab bigger rocks. This is kind of my own design a little bit, but it's nothing special. I'm gonna start slinging some rocks. Hey, Heavenly. That's sweet. I guess the Discord's working. And it's all, does it everything sound good? Everything, I don't know. It does seem like I'm not in vertical though. It does look like I'm in horizontal, but what can you do? Pretty good. See, this is the thing, I always gotta walk back. Perfect. Nice. See if I can hit this guy. Pretty close. Not bad for a first shot. Although I have no idea if you can hear me back here. That's another thing. I'm gonna. Hey, SJM, what's up, Silas? You made it. Right on. That's killer. I hope. I don't know. I hope everything's kind of playing out right, but I don't think I'm in vertical. So, but that's fine. I just gotta wait for. We can hear you speak louder. We can still hear you over there. Uh-oh. I'm confused. No, I went with I'm in StreamYard. It was making me do like an RTCMP or RCMP or something, and I don't know. You lose a lot of info on your streaming side, and I don't know what's going on. I do work on a computer for work, but I don't know that much about this stuff. But all right, I'll sling one for you, Silas. Here we go. I'm in frame. Oh yeah. Oh, close. It was close. Oh, just under it. Just under it. Right on. A pretty decent sized stone in here. I gotta show off on live stream. I'm in the ballpark. I'm happy about being in the ballpark. It's not a totally embarrassing performance. Only slightly. I did hand make the sling. I made it's just paracord. It's 550 paracord. This is just a single strand underneath it's called a cobra knot. They're pretty easy. Just take some patience anytime you're working with cordage. But you know, this probably took me 2 or 3 tries just to get this to be even, on each side and open up and not open up too much so the rock slips through. hello, friend in Greece. That's cool. Right on. I'm guessing. Are you? You're coming over from Ogchugs. I think I recognize your username, but this is awesome. Cool. Like this is the size of rock you can BRB up. No worries, Heavenly. Take your time. So this is kind of the size of rock about the limit that I can throw right now. But people who are skilled at this can definitely get bigger rocks. The sling matters a lot. If you had a fully braided Balearic style sling, you can get some really meaty rocks out. And the skill level, um, it climbs with the size of rock. So it's tougher. The bigger the rock, the harder it is to sling. Kind of just makes sense. And just for reference as well, this target is about 10 meters away. More like 15, to be honest. We set out some blocks the other week, but it never, this is, I don't really want to say where I'm at, but it's like people could just come here and do whatever. It's like a local business owner's property, and he's pretty chill. You just can't obviously destroy their property. I totally lost my train of thought, but that's going to happen from time to time. Pretty dumb guy. But you know what I want to be? Right. The markers. Someone's come and moved the markers, but this is about where we were slinging for the past couple weeks, and we kind of just have it in our minds, even though it's nothing too serious, I'm getting it. I'm overshooting with the big rocks, which is surprising, but Dennis, hey, when worlds collide, coming over from Cobalt. That's awesome. Got a bunch of friends in here from another streamer who's helped me out getting to 50 subs as well, so that's cool. This is awesome. How are you today, Bigfoot? Hopefully your day's been going well since this Cobalt stream there. I'm really curious to know how laggy it is. It looks like I don't know, probably half service on hot, like on so. Oh, what's going on? Hopefully nothing too serious. Okay, that kind of answered my question. I think that the lag's not as bad as I'm imagining, because I have my iPad is what I'm reading chat off of, and it's hotspotted to my phone, and then my phone's only on half service, so doing what I can. Now, I don't know. I don't really think that anyone's going to be able to see this, but I have. So that other sling that I was just using, shoved it in my pocket. from the actual like center, it's about like a foot and a half, just over, maybe closer to 2 feet actually. I never measured these, but this is sitting more. This is a really long sling, and you can really send some rocks. Like you can't get as big of rocks flying, just because of the style of pouch that I have on this one. But, and I don't think that you guys will be able to see this, but I'm gonna try to send this rock. Like on the other side behind you guys is a body of water, and so I do plan hopefully on like shooting the water. It's just tough because I'm on top of a hill. So if I put the camera back behind me so you can see me, you miss a lot of the water. But it's a really good example of, because you can see it obviously hit the water. It's a good demonstration of how far you can get these going. Yeah, like that. I don't know. You can see there's like a knoll back there, and it went over into a farmer's field. So sorry. No, I'm just kidding. It's not a farmer's field, but it's not the same property. So sometimes we try not to do that, but I just wanted to show off. I'll go back to the regular old sling here. And Dennis, I don't know if you're still in or listening or whatnot, but I don't know if you have any way to share with Cobalt, like the stream or anything like that. I let him know in chat today that I was streaming later. And I think unfortunately, like the other guy who was helping me out, Ugchugs, I think he's busy today, so I'm not totally expecting him. Like I don't expect anyone to tune in, but I know that he's kind of been wanting to see some shepherd slinging. So yeah, so that's what I'll do. It's throws like those that don't make me feel too cool. Oh, thank you very much, Dennis. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. This is also when with that big sling, it takes a lot out. Like a lot of the force is coming out of your ribs and your intercostal muscles and stuff like that. They're just your intercostal muscles, your ribs. Not, so when I use a big sling, sometimes it really stretches me out. So I'm feeling it a little bit, but hopefully I gotta hit the target at least once this stream. You know, yeah. I might cry. You might see me cry. You might see me laugh. You might see me dance. Yeah. I've got to focus. Here we go. That's it. Oh, I see it back. Why am I throwing them straight down now? I'm thinking too much. I'm thinking about streaming too much. It's throwing me off. That's what it is. I promise. I'm really good at this. I'll read the description of the video. I'm really good at this. Nice. Trying to show off to all my new friends on YouTube. Ooh. What really stings is how close those first couple shots were. That's what is really stinging. Oh. See, and kind of where this came up too was, oh, thank you very much again. Thank you again, there, Bigfoot. Because I was asking Chucks if he had gotten his own clay ever, and I had made some projectiles out of some clay that I've did, but I'm out of them. Be able to show those. But hopefully by the end of summer, I should be able to find some time to get that done. Super hot out here, but it's starting to become overcast, so that's nice. I thought it was going to rain on me. But I think I'll be good for the next good hour or two anyway. We'll see how long my batteries last here. I think I'm going to get a bowling shot, if anything. It'll bounce off the ground. You go hit it. I'd love to get a line drive, get that on record. And on the short that I posted earlier last week, at the end of last week, actually, that's my friend. Obviously, because I'm like, you can clearly see me in frame, not slinging. But I just wanted to show people what's up. We hit things with rocks over here. Good. I go way too high when I'm. It's the thing. Whenever I get a good line, so like I'm on, got the right line of projectile or whatever. I always hit it high. Hopefully in the next couple streams anyway, because I'd like to continue doing this. My friend and I are gonna whip up like a, league style, like it's a 2-foot piece of plywood with a 1-foot red dot in the middle. But you always stand like 10 meters, which is actually up here. I guess this is. It's pretty close. And he did it. So, editor, can you cut the rest of it and just and every time I sling, you just edit that part in where it falls over? Thanks. I don't have an editor. I guess I could take you guys with me here. That is true. I just have to set this back up here. Got a nice close look at my ugly mug. Can we flip this camera around? Cam. That just turns it off. Cool. Get a nice close up of me. Set back up. Boom. That's what we're here for. Plug back in here. Nice. Really hoping to get a lapel mic soon, shortly. I was hoping to have one for my first stream. I honestly did not expect 50 subs this fast. I thought it would take a little bit longer, especially with having no relevant content on my channel, if any, right now. I think some of my old live streams are up when I was playing Dwarf Fortress and Factorio and some nerdy games. All right, goodbye from Greece. Have a lovely sleep. You know, get your beauty rest and have a good day. The rest of your evening. Bye to all. Clean this. How do you say? I don't know. I'm awful at pronouncing things. You know, I'm not even gonna try it. But yeah, I don't know how. How's the video quality and stuff? Because again, like my iPad's just going off of my phone's hotspot right now, and it's like, I don't know, man, like 2p. It's like nothing. It looks awful. I'm hoping that's not how it's coming through. I'll have to check my VOD later. But okay, let's see if I can hit this again. Hello, Black Widow. How's it going? And Cobalt. Hey. Dang, you made it. Sweet. Well, perfect timing because I just hit the target. I haven't hit it for however long, 20 minutes. I just hit it, so hopefully it's lagging enough that I'm seeing your message, but you're also able to, you're seeing that video. But yeah. Hey, and anyone new in or anyone just watching, let me know if the quality of the video is good enough, because like I've been mentioning, like I have a stream setup here with my iPad hotspotting on my phone. It's a little laggy and not too bad. Okay. All right. That's all right. Well, I'll get this figured out one day. And like I am out of town. Like I'm not, so it's not really a town friendly hobby, but I'll get slinging now that we got a couple new people in. I'll do a nice big one for the new people, and I'll go back to some average size projectiles. Too far. Good line. Too far. Another one here. Go to a smaller rock. I might send a small rock for you guys too. With I have a longer sling as well. I might walk through my slings too with the newer crown in here. So oh yeah, Black Widow. Sorry, Black Widow says I imagine it takes a lot of practice. And yeah, I mean I've been doing it for a couple months. And it's really like when you end up feeling it. You end up feeling when to release. And then like right now it's just learning like your footing and everything. But what I'm using right now, it's a Balearic style sling, so it has a split pouch. It's made out of 550 paracord. There's one continuous strand that runs through this cobra weave, so that's like the full thing, and then this piece is just tied on each each side, and then I've added another small cobra knot as like a whip. And then my other style, which has a lot longer strand on it, is probably close to 3.5 feet. This is a solid. This is more of your shepherd style sling. I didn't terminate it properly, so it's a little bit like a diamond shape. Typically, they come out of here, but I mean, it serves me well. So just keep flying with it. Well, I'll have this. I will sling a small rock really far, and I don't know how well it's going to translate to camera. But so the target you see, it's about 15 feet away, and then it's another like 30, 35 feet back until the knoll comes up, and I can get these right over the knoll. And for a smaller size projectile, like the big ones, obviously can go further, but then that's where your technique really comes in, and you have to be strong too. And I'm not. Yeah, I'll load this one up. It's just a smaller, medium-sized rock. And just pop it in your pouch. It's really easy, and then I'll just send this one. I'm not trying to aim for the thing. I'm just trying to get it as far as I can. Which again, yeah, went up over the knoll. Magnet fishing. I've seen a lot of that online. But most of it's people pulling up like safes and guns, and then the police get involved. But I'm sure it's not. Obviously, you would post that because it's the spicy content, but it does seem like a lot of fun, and I'm sure I could get some good stuff around my area. It's quite rural, and actually, you know what? Even thinking about it, like I've seen stuff in local parks in the river that you know, there's probably some value there. I'll send another one for fun, and then I'll start aiming again. What's really fun is when they're a different shape. If they're not perfectly round, if they're like they're oblong, or it just has uneven weight distribution, they start spinning in the air and they make like this crazy buzzing sound. I don't know if it'll come pick up on camera or not, but I don't know. I always get a kick out of it when they decide to hum for you. But then you also know that they could have gone a lot further if they were, aerodynamic, because that sound is literally, you're hearing the energy being lost. It's translating into sound. Yeah, Corner, you should. Yeah, I would watch you magnet fishing. That'd be a fun stream to be in on. And yeah, actually, it'd be really cool to watch that live, because it is a big part of like the wow factor. Is like, oh, it's just the random. Like it could be anything, but that's the anticipation. It'd be fun. I wonder if I just let's kill the iPad. Not going to do the iPad anymore because I can read fine. I was just kind of concerned that the text wouldn't show up nice on my phone there, but it's fine. I kind of have to walk up no matter what, if I'm reading off the iPad or not. But I'm hoping that if I turn in my oops, sorry, this probably sounds really awful. Where's the hotspot? There it is. Turn that off. Metal detection. That'd be fun. Yeah, I've seen it. Like, yeah, again, another cool thing when people are like, "Yeah, I dropped my ring over here," and they just save a bad day at the beach. Could have been really not fun. Losing your precious ring, or a piercing. See, I have another fun knot here. I could show some people too. These are called monkey's fists. So this is just one on each end of a little piece of string, and there's a little marble inside of it. They're kind of one of the more frustrating knots to do because you have to end up pulling the slack through all of it a couple of times to get it nice and tight. But these are fun. It's just a little fidget thing. I can't remember the name of it. It has, I think it's like a Greek toy, but people do some crazy tricks. Like they fling it up in the air, like, and they throw it behind their back and kind of juggle with it. It's really, really fascinating. Really cool. Simple toy, but I use it all the time. Tennessee, we have lots of water, creeks, and rivers, and things always travel with the water. Oh yeah, you'd be surprised. Yeah, like I do a lot of backcountry camping here in Ontario, and even you get up into some of these provincial parks and be surprised, like helium balloons and all this stuff. Just well, that I mean, the helium balloons probably travel through the air, but there's like foam off of canoes, and it all just ends up in one area, over time. So you'll just be paddling, and then you'll see a little levee, and there's just all this stuff accumulated. But I think the park rangers do a good job of taking it out when they can, but only when the situation allows for it, really. Woo! Oh, it's close. I think sometimes when they're too small, the actual like tail of the whip throws it down to the ground instead of getting out of the way. But, I don't know. Maybe I should have kept the iPad. It's tougher to read. Oh, geez Louise. Erase that. Close. Right in the honey pot. We're getting there. We just can't reach down far enough. Oh. Nice. Took a chip out of it. Frisbee golf. Yeah. I do like that. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, you read me like a book. There's a city called Waterloo that I mean, it's in the area. It's kind of far away, but a friend of mine who lives there and I would like to do that on occasion. Well, we plan on doing it this summer, but grow older, you always find the time to see your friends, you know, but be like that. I do love playing with frisbees, regardless, though. All right, let's go inspect the damage here. So I just hit it. You know, let's get some W's in the chat. Never listen. If I'm saying anything very classic streamer, just don't listen to me because I'm just messing around. Boom. Big old hole. We didn't get him in the head. Oh, I'm a shadow. We didn't get him in the face yet. Well, I did earlier, but the whole thing fell over because I hit it on the post. That's just MDF, so don't be too impressed. It's pretty flimsy stuff. If it was plywood and that happened, I would be probably... I don't even know. I can't even think of what I would be because it's never going to happen. I would be a lot bigger than that. I'm just going to take a quick break, quick fiver. To replenish my rocks a little bit. Give the old shoulder a bit of a rest. But yeah, how's everybody? How's people in chat, you know? I don't really know what I'm doing. But I hope I'm doing it okay. For my first live stream. This is the Fresh Cup with Joel. Well, first face reveal live stream, I guess. I used to do video games. Hey, right on, SJM. I'm glad. Glad you're here, Silas. You see any of my glorious hits there? Oh, thank you, Black Widow. I appreciate that. I mentioned earlier, I'm not sure if you're in for that or wow. There's definitely more people, but you can't trust the live, the viewer count, especially I guess on StreamYard here or well in YouTube anyway, because there's more people chatting than it says there are in watching the stream. So yeah, it's interesting, but you know, it's the way it goes. I'm glad that, you know, everyone could help me out. And I know Leslie's not in here, but she was helping me out this morning, and SJM as well, Corner. Everyone in here right now has helped me out, either by giving me a sub or by promoting me. I really appreciate all that. And definitely going to pay it forward if I ever have the opportunity, you know. And if I guess I do, because anyone like SJM, you should check out Cobalt. He does his lunchtime streams. They're really chill and got a great community over there. And then, you know, Cobalt and Bigfoot, he does a lot of show and tells, and like he does live streaming regularly or semi-regularly. I don't know 100%. I think it's pretty fairly regularly. I've seen you go live a couple times. And then anyone else who's in here from Corner, go check out SJM Ceramics. Check out Ugg Chugs. Leslie, I think it's Ganja X Leslie. You know, they've helped me out a lot. All y'all. I do wish I could switch the camera because it's kind of weird just you see my face as I'm like picking rocks here, but you know, it's also nothing special to see. I just grab whatever is a fairly smooth rock. I'm hoping again in the next little bit to be able to make some out of clay with some, you know, like I'm gonna go out and forage for my own clay because I've ran out. Oh, it flipped. What was that? Okay. Maybe I'll lock the rotation here. That might help with that as I'm moving about here. Or not. Auto rotate off. There we go. Perfect. Getting pretty close. This should be enough. On YouTube Live. Yeah, I'm yeah. I wish it would work for me. I'm actually like, I don't know. I hope it doesn't seem like I'm like pissed off with YouTube or anything. It is just super frustrating. I've never like had this kind of scenario where so many people are like helping me out, and then I'm like, oh, I want to stream, and then like, I mean, Friday was pretty rough. I was feeling pretty down in a way because I was looking forward maybe on the weekend to do some live streaming. I made 50. I think I'm at 58 subs now, which is great. But I was at 50, I think Wednesday, like the 18th last week. I think that was Wednesday or Thursday. I think it was Thursday. And yeah, every time, and I put it up on. Yeah, no, SJ. Yeah, I put up on the Discord like just a screen on the Burt Crew Discord, a screenshot of me like just showing, proving that like, hey, I'm like, I have 50 subs. I had 55 this morning, and like some 3 gracious people decided to sub to me today, which is awesome. And yeah, it just brings up you still need 50 subs. Oh, I know what you're talking about, Black Widow. Shoot. Yeah, like the little clay disc. I'm sure you could. I feel like that would end up. I could make some out of some forged clay and stuff. That would be fun. What the heck are those things called? I know what you're talking about. And it's funny because someone in Ugchug's live stream when he was on the Potter's Wheel was asking if he could make them those, and he said, "Oh, they'll be the most expensive, whatever they're called," because he's like a production potter. Like he has it's his full-time job, and he does really well for himself. Quite the inspiration. As well as SJM Ceramics in here because he's just starting his YouTube journey, and he's killing it. He's pumping out the shorts like a mad dog. It's awesome. It's really, you know, if I had more opportunity to come out and sling and get that footage, I really like you're on a music stand right now. Because like I said, I'm rural. I can't like go and just get like a nice phone holder for my tripod. I got a really janky setup going on. So even, you know, it's kind of one of those last minute things. Buddy texts me, hey, you feel like slinging tonight? The weather's good. And like, I just need that grab and go kind of situation, you know, grab my streaming setup and come out here. But dude, it's really getting to me that I cannot remember what those are called. Like, it's just like a disc that you'd fire off into the air and shoot. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I'm having the urge to Google it. But I would need my phone for that. right, this is fun. Hey, what's up, Bloodleaf? I'm glad you could make it. Yes, finally is correct. We were just a skeet. You were right. I think it's called a skeet. I think you are actually, or clay pigeons. That is also correct. It's nice to see you in here, Bloodleaf. Thank you very much for coming in, spending your time here with me. And yeah, I have to do with the StreamYard workaround. I don't think I am in vertical streams, but I'm hoping I'll just let YouTube do its thing, figure it out, and yeah, hopefully I'll be able to go live through the app. You know, not like, I don't know, I'm not really doing this necessarily to get like a huge following and all that. I just want to show some people that I've been talking to in the YouTube space what I'm up to. You know, but yeah, I know it's just, you don't get pushed as much going through StreamYards and you know, using a third-party app, or at least that's my understanding. But yeah, skeet, Dennis, yeah, for sure. Clay pigeon too. I'm sure, like, you know, it's kind of probably regional, like most things. But all right, here's one for you, Bloodleaf. I got a split rock. I'm gonna just see what happens. Usually they just go flying, but one half might hit the target for you. So this one's for you, Bloodleaf. Nope. Didn't hit. I take my keys out of my pocket. Yeah, you want? Yeah. Didn't hit for you that time, but I'll get one hopefully while you're in here, because I've hit twice now. I don't know. I think I've been going all, like about 45 minutes or so. Yeah. Let's see if I can do this for you. Oh, inches away. Not even. One inch. It was an inch away. Oh, okay. Hit the bottom corner. Basically hit the same spot. How to go for it. Yeah, man. Well, yeah. Luckily, you guys don't have to see that. Because me figuring this out, I probably look like a fawn trying to learn how to walk for the first time. But yeah. Let's just check out the damage. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It broke. It's broken for sure. This is my shot earlier. And then I've just... Hopefully, we'll see. We'll get that corner off. Maybe today. Maybe tomorrow. Well, Wednesday. I don't know. I'm not sure, too. Like, because I'm out here by myself. And, like, my buddy was pretty chill with the idea of streaming. But I just don't know. Like, obviously, he's in the short. He's the guy who hit in those shorts that I posted, which I just had to throw some content up because, like I was mentioning earlier, with the whole YouTube not letting me live stream, I was like, are these people just what are they thinking? Are they like, oh, this guy's just shamming us? He's not, you know, I don't even know. I don't know what the end game would be there, but yeah, definitely getting more tired than I thought. That like the heat it's pretty warm here today. It was Joel and Goliath. That's right. Bringing on Goliath. Hey, yeah. Is he a Cyclops or is he just a giant? You know, I swear I saw a cartoon when I was a kid where he was a Cyclops, but I gotta find it because people think I'm an idiot for saying it. But well, thank you for doing so, Bloodleaf. I appreciate it. It's always nice to see everyone here I know, which is making me feel pretty chill. There was one guy, it was a guy from Greece that is usually in Nugchuck's chat. I kind of recognize the name, but you know, I think he was just a giant too. I think it's just one animator's creative you know, interpretation of him. But yeah, no, it's really quite nice that it's people that I like. I don't obviously know you guys, but I'm familiar with. You guys are pretty chill. You got cool, good demeanors. But that was the only person that I didn't recognize the name right off the bat. So that's pretty nice. And thank you. And I can't thank you guys enough. Honestly, this is pretty cool. I didn't honestly think anyone would really like give it too much of a mind, but it's neat. It's cool to see you guys here. But anyways, I'm hoping to stream on Wednesday with my buddy Mike. I'm not sure if he's gonna want to. Um, but I don't know. He's pretty chill. You just don't hold me accountable for anything he says. The blood leaf. This is not quite a softball size. It's close to a softball size. It's pretty hefty rock. This is what I was saying. I can fling this right now, but you can get bigger rocks. You can sling bigger rocks than this, but then the skill level, it's like exponential. It's just the bigger the rock, the harder it is. Makes sense, right? Oh, excuse me. Oh, just over the top. That was close. That was really close. I keep instinctually walking back here, but I probably should just throw. I should just go for it for a couple more minutes here. But I didn't really warm up. I just went right into it, and my shoulder's feeling it, and I'm feeling like a doofus for it. But you live and you learn, But who are we kidding? I have not learned. I did not learn. I will do this again probably every time. Oh, there goes the corner. It was a bowling shot, but it was the final blow for the corner there. Or a bounce shot or whatever. Whenever, I don't know. We just started calling it a bowling shot whenever it bounces off the ground. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just wanted to say something if you didn't know. Anyone watching the VODs, if because I know all you guys understood what I meant, but anyone watching the VODs, if you didn't understand, that's what I meant. Yep. There's always one of those in a handful of throws. You always get one that's just way out to lunch, and you go, "What am I even doing?" All right, next one's it. This is gonna hit it. That's all I gotta say. This is gonna hit it. Oh, Very close. No cigar. This you might be able to see better. I was sending some with my long sling way back there, but I'm just gonna show you. This is my like 1.5-ish sling. And about, I don't know, pretty decent sized rock. I'm just gonna see how far back I can get this one with this size of sling. You know, because right now I'm doing shorter range stuff. I'm working on my aiming, not necessarily sending the rock, but we'll send this one. I have no idea if that was in frame. You know, you could see how scary, 80 men who could do that, but at like 200 feet, that'd be freaking petrifying. All you got is like little swords, and I don't like the scary thing to think. Like I think bow and arrows were around, but like in this region, they weren't as popular. So really, like a lot of these wars, you just be like chilling, and then they'd find the higher ground, and then they'd just rain, big rocks down on you. What do you do? Be terrifying. And it's the Balearic warriors too. Like that's where the name Balearic sling comes from. Which I guess I did put shepherd sling in the title, but technically this is more of a Balearic style sling. It just isn't braided like they usually are. This is just a single strand 550 paracord with cobra knots, which Bloodleaf, you might know about that. You throw your spears. Yeah, and like the atlatl and everything. I just don't know how how the the timelines on that weapon technology, and like I don't know, my friend Mike knows a lot more about the history of these slings. But it's like I think it's a Greek island. Like it's a Balearic island off of Greece where these kind of originated. But don't quote me on that. Oh, we're almost at an hour, it looks like. That's pretty. An hour and 30 seconds. Also, I don't know. I don't know if a spear, like with an atlatl, you could definitely, like spears can go a long way. I'm just like, I'm stuck on that. I'm just thinking about it. Bigfoot. I was like, I think part of it is, I don't know, man, the range of these rocks. I just don't think it matches quite the sling. But like, I don't know, man. One other great benefit. I mean, I'm not like, oh, the Balearic sling is like the ultimate weapon or whatever. But if for kind of like that ancient weaponry, it's really neat because the ammo is just on the ground. Javelins, yeah. But this is like, because I'm wondering. I mean, there were prehistoric spears and like stone tip spears and all that. But like the Balearic sling, I believe was like Bronze Age. I don't even know that they would have had like metal tip spears, like would be very prolific as all. Like they probably would be around. I need to do some more research before I keep talking here. I'm going to say some very inaccurate stuff. Can't even say the word inaccurate properly. So yeah, just yeah. No, but you're right. I mean, you are right. Yeah. Just gonna chill for a quick minute. and I'll get back at it. I'll finish off this box of rocks, and then it'll probably be around 6:30 or 6:30, 6 o'clock my time. It's 5:30 now. Yeah, but how's everyone in chat doing? I don't really know what to do in these downtimes. Oh. It sounded like someone was showing up here too. That'd been weird. It's, sometimes like some local kids show up and stuff, and there's like I mentioned earlier in the stream way back, there's a body of water behind you. Because I could show it now, but it's like a old gravel pit that flooded, and so now it's like a swim hole. I personally would not risk swimming here just because of some of the there's like machinery down in the bottom and stuff. I don't know. I always get heady about that kind of stuff, mostly from backcountry camping, because I always want to tie a rock to a string and lead, go back and forth before you jump off any cliffs or anything, and make sure that there's nothing way down, because you'd have no idea if 2 years ago a tree fell in and then you pencil dive and boom, you're stabbed or you're stuck. Oh, you found me. Oh no. You should. I mean, that would be fun. Doing it with like I don't know, I've been thinking about filling like water balloons with non-Newtonian fluid, like cornstarch, and seeing what that does, because I feel like it would hold its shape as you're slinging, and then it would splat, and it would be kind of like and then runny. I think that would look kind of neat. I'm trying not to have very wasteful ideas. Like one thing that I might end up doing is like putting a we'll be there in 2 days. No, I mean you can come here, but don't come to my house. You can hang out here. I'm sure they won't mind. No, but getting like a mesh bag of some kind, maybe just like one of those reusable vegetable like produce bags, and putting like off or soon to be off eggs in it. Probably not rotten eggs, but like there's a billion farmers out here and they have a lot of extra eggs, so I'm just certain I can get my hands on them. But I think that would be quite the spectacular hit. The board's good for now. We were doing like terracotta pots and they break really well, but again, it's just kind of like we pay for they're dollar store ones, but like you buy those and then there's pieces of clay sitting out here, which is fine. Like it's not like a place for children's play. No, I don't. There is a guest room. But you'd have to sleep with the cats. So that's kind of their room. And you could get room service. I don't know that you're gonna like it. We're a gluten-free household, so it's not gonna be the tastiest of room service. But we'll see. Anyways, we got Mike and I have been chatting about some ideas. Like definitely making this out of plywood would be a better route, so it's not just getting destroyed. I kind of knew this was going to happen. I just picked this out of my garage before I came here today. My dog don't like cats too much. That's fair. They tend not to. Yeah, I mean we got a backyard too. Rufus or Spot or Beethoven, they can hang out in the backyard. And there's a sun porch too, because I'm not really an advocate. I mean, you can do what you want with your pet. I personally like to, unless they're like a husky or like an outdoor dog. Like, I mean, a husky in the summer you probably shouldn't, but I can throw blades. That's about as close to this I could do. Sorry, I had to pop out for a second. Oh, no sweat blood leaf. That's pretty sick. I've looked at like a friend of mine, he's into like Muay Thai and all sorts of like martial arts, and he has a set of throwing knives. But like the only opportunity I had to use them was out in backcountry camping, and we were on like a 7-day trip, and it's called Algonquin National Park, and it's a pretty big park, and it's not really near anything. And so they were all ready to. Duke is a house baby. He's only 8 pounds. Oh, dude, I wish this was real, Dennis, so I could meet Duke, because I would feel I love small dogs. I love dogs. I mean, I'm a big animal guy. It's hard to go wrong. Like, I'm even into like spiders and like insects and um, I have a fish tank with shrimp and little fish and everything. But throwing nails, huh? Like, would it be like big contractor, like concrete or whatever? Like, I don't know if there's such thing as concrete nails, but they're the big spikes. You could throw those. I did axe throwing actually, in a nearby city, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah, I wasn't actually terribly good at it. 80 pounds. Did I say 8? Did I say 8 pounds? Knowing me, I would have. I've definitely. That sounds about right. It is wild. It's a different beast. Like one and like a dart. Oh, so it keeps it stable. That's smart. That's cool. I gotta look into that. I'll look at just throwing nails when I'm done streaming. Yeah, I've also just seen, like, I don't know if his name's like Tactical Anything or Everything, Tactical something or other, and he'll like throw freaking speed squares, and like I'll take like a baby bottle and like cut it up and huck it, and it's like a deadly weapon all of a sudden. That stuff blows my mind, because you just know that there's like probably hours of footage of them just attempting. Um, your dog has more views. Oh, your dog has a channel. Is it called Duke? Yeah, you have to somehow. I gotta get that. I gotta get that channel. I gotta watch you. I gotta see your puppers. The talking and slinging. It's different on the vocal cords. I'm not too used to it. See, obviously this tactical everything, or I don't even know. I'm finally starting to whittle in on my space in YouTube, but I've been just your casual YouTube bullshit scroller for too long now. So I'm finally getting back into some of my passions, like art and music, Bloodleaf. Your freaking what do they call the spider nets? Like space webs, I think, or oof. It's a couple different names for them, but I cannot wait to see you do that full scale. That's going to blow my mind. I've followed in the past a couple channels that do similar stuff. That just seems like the most fun thing to me, to just go and hang out in a tree. And I think you mentioned at one point you're doing it for your kids, and I think that is like a class A plus father move. Even if you're not, just to have that in your life, and to see someone, you're spending so much time planning it out, and I just cannot wait to see it executed. Nick, obviously, no pressure. I just love to see it. But yeah, no, that's a really cool thing that you're doing. Oh, brother. Okay. Let's see if I can hit this goodbye guy one more time. No, I'm gonna empty the rocks. I got about 20 minutes left. I could probably sling the rest of these. This music stand's working pretty well. I'm happy. Excuse me. Blood leaf. space nets, tree nets, etc. Yeah, I'm excited for it. Almost saved up enough to buy everything I need. Yeah, for my son. A little for you. I have a hard time believing that. I think it's like a solid 50-50, if not a 60-40, and the 60's a you. And if it's not that, I'm not judging you too hard, but it should, not should be. It definitely could be, and no one would blame you, because that's a sick thing. I mean, obviously, him growing up with it is going to be, that's some core memories you're making there, man. So that's awesome. Like, yeah, I don't even know. I'm at a loss for words, but it's sick. That's what I'll say. Yeah, no, you're right. I like, that's something I just gotta think about getting. There's a couple other things that I'd like to, like, in the fall. Like, I'm starting with pottery. I'm really hoping that I can get by 2025. I'll get my own pottery wheel, and I'll be able to do some stuff. We'll see how the classes go, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's probably just going to be a variety of different things that I do. I suppose 70-30 accurate. That's yeah. Um. So it's we'll see about, I don't know, because you'd be surprised. Like, I'm actually doing pretty well tonight. I've hit it 3 times. This is probably one of the bigger targets we've had. Like, usually it's the terracotta pots, and they're difficult to hit. Like, it's this. I see people hitting freaking beer bottles and stuff, and I'm like, wow, I cannot, like, that. That's kind of what I'm striving for. But you just got to give yourself time. Um, it would be cool. Like, I don't know if you're in or listening or whatever when I talk about different ideas of things that we could hit, like eggs and stuff. Soon, like, I'm working on a little box, because I work in a wood shop. I do CAD work for a wood shop, and they let me kind of make stuff in their shop. So I'm hoping to make a little camera enclosure. Yeah, a little camera enclosure, so that I can set up like a closer. It's basically just going to be a ramp facing that. So if we hit the back of it, it just bowls off the top. But have it kind of off to the side, and maybe with StreamYards, I could split it. You know what I mean? Like, have another phone in the call, but then, it's just all the logistics I need to figure out. Like, I don't have a second phone. If my friend's out here, like, he could use his phone, but would he want to? I need to talk to him. No, and that's the thing, Dennis. Like, I've made my own projectiles in the past, and I just need to make another batch of them, because I've made them out of clay, and then I have this little roller piece, and you roll them back and forth, and it makes this like perfectly like bullet shape. And then I just sand the edges, so if it does go and hit someone, and so if it does hit someone, it's not gonna stab into them. But yes, believe you can use golf balls. I just don't want to pick stuff up every time I do this. I use tennis balls at home. I'll whip it against the back of my garage sometimes, but even that's risky, because it's like, if you just let go slightly early, the trajectories changes so much that, like, so I'm at the back of my garage. Obviously, the front is facing the street. I'm in town, so I've sent them over my garage. Hit my car before. I mean, it did nothing to it, but a couple times they've actually made it into the street and across the street to my neighbor's place, and it's like a major road going through my town. So it's not really, but golf balls could work. The other thing too is once we get into that, like, a good 5 foot range, we're not, 5 foot radius around the target, making some kind of net, like even just a golf net for like, what do they call it? Like a golfing simulator, getting something. Oh, like that, it would take you forever to get the technique down. Yeah. I don't know. You'd think it is, but it's really like, I don't know how well we can see here. Maybe if I turn it down just a bit. But it's really just like you swing it back, and then you're just like rotating your wrist. You're just going like a little. You make like a little figure eight with it behind your head. So you just whoop, and then release. But that's the tough part. But you are right, Dennis, that a smaller projectile and a consistent one would definitely help, like, get me within that range. Kind of where I'm at now is this is a fairly new thing. Like a lot of my friends that I do camping and stuff with, they don't know that I'm doing this. Well, one of them does because I accidentally I said it on my phone to him. And anyways, so we're going on a big trip in August. We're going up to a place called Tamagami. And I want to basically go out with just enough paracord to make one of these, make it in front of them, maybe make them some, and then just be able to pick up a rock and sling it and be fairly accurate. So that's kind of why I'm just fine. Like I haven't been rushing to make more projectiles and stuff. But you are absolutely right. And it's funny too, Dennis, that you mentioned that because that's something I've been saying to my buddy Mike a lot. I said, like once we ran out of our projectiles, I was like, we got to do this again because we were getting so much better. And then he just doesn't necessarily see it the same as I do, but what can you do? Wow, now I'm just off. Yeah, blood leaf. Yeah, so yeah, practicing. Yeah, I like, and there's validity in both, right? Like, um, we've talked about it would be cool to actually like find a competition in our area or like down in the States, like one of the northern states to go down to, because it seems way more popular down there. Because if you guys don't know, I'm in Canada, but I've been saying that Ontario and Algonquin, it's a pretty Canadian thing. Uh, Phew. Dude, I'm getting tired. I think I just completely blanked. Uh, we would move towards like even like metal BBs, like or whatever ball bearings, like the 1 inch ball bearings. I've seen a lot of people using those, but like they have like a whole wall and set up and everything, so it kind of collects them, keeps them in relatively the same area, or they're in like a quarry that's just massive and nobody cares. Which there are around here, and we've been thinking about asking, but it's kind of for this year. I think we're just gonna stick. The fog is real, dude. It's the full moon, so and like Mars is retrograding. I'm like a Scorpio or whatever as well. So it all is no, I don't know. But we always joke in our house either Mars is in retrograde or it's a full moon. And right now it does happen to be, I think, or last night was a full moon. Um, but yeah, no, the fog is real. It's classic brain rot in our generation. Just the remnants of it. I don't think I'm as bad as some people, but it definitely hits me. Definitely hits me good sometimes. Yeah, how was your trip too? That was Ocean City, I think it was. Um, I saw some of your that freaking seagull taking up your beach. I saw some pictures that you posted on the Discord there. Looks like a good time. I don't know. I'm pretty dumb when it comes to like use baskets and collect shots with maybe a tarp. Yeah, yeah, like a tarp or like they sell these really stretchy nets that they use for catching the balls at like golf simulators and stuff, and some of them. Uh, and so sourcing one of those like, and then coming out here and setting it all up and stuff. We'll just have to see how it works out. I know like I'm gonna have to figure out something different if I keep streaming regularly and all that. I don't see why I won't. But just doing other content, like I play guitar and stuff too. I have nothing special on that, but it'd be fun just to like sit and play some songs for some people. I do laser engraving and a bunch of like I have too many hobbies honestly and not enough money, and so it's just like once I get a nice good go bag, a nice I want a nice tripod that has many angles, or like the phone mount has many angles, so I can do top down and do all that stuff. Once I have that little go bag ready, which I'm hoping to do by the end of the summer, if not like shortly, um, that's when, and like let's say this kind of catches on more, I think I'd definitely be more willing to like invest in like not like I'm got to wait till I make money, but just investing in stuff like that. Because right now we're like not stealing, but like taking plywood from our workplaces and stuff. Like it's just garbage anyway, or it is to them. But yeah, it's like eventually we gotta figure out a nice setup like that with a net or a tarp, or thinking golf balls is a great idea too, because I'm certain that there's got to be like ones with chips and stuff in it that would maybe matter more for striking with a golf club and not so much for slinging with a shepherd's or Balearic style sling. But yeah, you never know. Well, you never know what the future holds. I don't want to make any crazy promises or anything. But yeah, get a couple more out here. Hopefully, I'll destroy this little sign here. I don't really think you can see the smiley face on the feed, but that'd be funny if you could. I'll make it better next time. Oh, I'm gonna go straighten it up. I didn't hit it. I just hit the post. Yeah, yeah. That's actually awesome. I mean, you can use any kind of ball really that has a decent density to it. Like I said, like tennis balls are good. Tennis balls are really good to learn how to do like the backhanded swing. There's a lot of swings too, by the way. Like a lot of people start and they just sling it forward and let it go like that, which is a great place to start. There's people, and you bring it up and you release it behind your back, which is, again, it's just about your noggin. You don't want to go flinging 5-pound rocks or whatever, 10-pound, not 10-pound rocks, and clocking yourself in the noggin. And then there's a bunch of ways to throw, but then these are the three that I kind of know. And then your backhand figure eight style, which they all have their own purpose. You could throw. That's a great use. I wish I had a dog so I could do that. That would be good live streaming content. A little puppers, a little slinging. How can you go wrong? Dogs and slinging go together like chocolate and peanut butter. Yeah. Now I want a dog. Thanks, Bloodleaf. You're gonna have to talk to I call her my wife. She's not my wife, but close enough. She will be one day. I didn't straighten it up. What am I on? Man, I don't know. I hope you guys can hear the little buzz that it makes. I really doubt it, but because you can sling like any shape of rock for the most part. If it's like way out of whack on the weight distribution, you can't. But like a stone like this, sometimes they spin through the air like that, and it makes this crazy buzzing sound, and it's really fun. Like that, if you could hear it. Oh, I had one escape on me there. See, so this sling has like a small, like a size limit, basically. I heard it that time. Nice, that's sick. I can hear when it connects. Nice. Sometimes too, like on a Balearic sling, my buddy has like a whip snapper on the end. So when he does it, sometimes it gets it sounds like a whip cracking. It's awesome. But with these split pouches, you have like a smaller limit to what size. And well, Bloodleaf's here. I don't know if I showed my other sling or not. But then this is my actual shepherd style sling, where it's like a full one pouch, right? And I've mentioned this every time. I didn't terminate it quite properly, but so it's more of a diamond kind of sling, but it works fine for what I'm doing. But then this has a much bigger upper limit than this. You can only do rocks about like that wide, like just past each side. Where this one, like you can get massive rocks in there, which I might throw a big one for you there, Bloodleaf. I don't know. I am getting a lot of brain fog, so I don't know if I have done this for you yet. I know it was a broken one. But I'll give you like this is a decent sized rock. Yeah, no, like if you're doing golf balls, do a shepherd style one, not the Balearic style split pouch. Like because this is what I'm talking about, right? I can cradle this rock, and there is a bit of a method to the madness when it comes to where you're setting these straps, but you get pretty good at it, and you'll kind of see me like swing back and forth a couple times before I bring it up over my head, and that's just to get a good. You really got to watch because so you put a finger through this loop here, and then you're holding on just to a knot, and you're releasing the knot, and so you want to get a good idea of how much grip you have to hold to actually fling it around your head, because it's easy to let go by accident. Then it says, I used to drive the hell out of golf balls when I lived right in front of my town dump. It was nice. I had a bunch. I had a ball scooper on my golf ball bag back then. That's awesome. That would be a lot of fun. That's hours of fun right there. When I was a kid, I lived up the road from a driving range, and we were kind of family friends. The owner, so sometimes in the evening when they shut down, he let us just go crazy, and we go and us being kids thinking it's fun, we go and pick up the golf balls for him, and it was fun. It was a good time. We would also golf, but then pick them up. Close. That would have been that would have been spectacular. Probably just destroy. It would probably just destroy that MDF, but. Oh, robbed. I was robbed. I was close. Making it sling ping is cool as fuck. I'm not sure I understand there, Dennis, but making it sling ping. Whoa, come on, brain. I'm assuming it's a typo. What could he mean? Nice, I had some distance. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, that's like, and making the sling sing. Thank you. I don't know. I took that as a compliment. I hope it was. Hit it, not where I want to hit it. Hit it, but not where I wanted it. Also, I'm starting to think a lapel mic is crucial. I would love to figure out maybe phone streaming some kind of device on my wrist, lapel mic on the hat. Like a cornhole, but with this thing. Yeah, you definitely could. Actually, you know what? Like beanie bags that'd be cool. and I'm out of water, so cool. Let me finish these off. Oh, something like 30 rocks ish. I probably won't sling them all, but I'll get some. I'll do some more. I guess it's been like that's a solid first stream, almost like 2 hours. 2 hours, hour 40. All right, we'll do another big one because I have it in the box. But I don't know if I yell back there. Can you guys hear me? Okay, like that's one thing that I'm like. I feel like it's pointless if I stay back there and talk because I really don't think, from my experience being on the other end, a lot of times you can't hear it. Even when if I turn away, I don't know. I'll have to watch the VOD, and I hope it's coming through a decent freaking frame rate or resolution. Down with the sign. Go fix it. That was a weak shot though. It bounced up, hit it. Not the kind that I like. I like taking chunks off. I like a line drive, It's off service. This is data. I got 5G out where I'm at, but it's only it's flopping between half and 1 bar, like half service or whatever. I guess that would be 2 and 1 bar or something. Oops. That probably doesn't sound very nice, eh? No, maybe you weren't here, Bloodleaf. I'm out at a local business owner's junkyard, basically. It used to be a gravel pit and then it flooded. So, well, I don't know. That's the story. That's the story anyway. It's been like this since I've been here. So. But yeah, this is just, I'm out in the wild. Wish we had it up. Oh, so when I walked over there, is that kind of what you're saying? Like when I walk over there, it drops in quality, but here it seems to be good. Because yeah, I don't know. Until I get the lapel mic, I might as well bring you guys with me, kind of thing. But you never know. I'm happy to hear that it's good quality though. That really, because I had my iPad up before, but I was hotspotting off of my cell phone, so my cell phone's streaming and also, watching the stream via hotspot, and it looked really awful. So I was kind of, in the back of my mind, I was just saying it's the setup that I have, but part of me was like, dang, I hope people aren't yeah. Here's my first live stream. You can't see anything. It's just a sea of pixels. But let's see if I can move you guys. Oh shit, my battery bank. See if I can move you guys Yeah, Dennis, that's good because I think part of the lagginess was that I was doing all that and trying to run it all off one phone. So I'm just gonna be pissed. I guess I don't know. I'm gonna try to sling it out that a ways. Or Hopefully that didn't screw up the service. I'm gonna sling some more, but not aiming. I actually should have just taken the sign down. And I'm wondering, I'm hoping that you'll be able to see it land in the lake or in the pond here. But I'm just gonna run and take the sign down, and then I'll start slinging into the pond here. Yeah, I might just run it right till I might just give it I don't know, 20 minutes, 10 or 20 minutes more. But I don't even know if you guys can see that. It did have a face on it the whole time. I'll have to do something better. I'll actually paint something semi-nice. Maybe. I don't know. The world's my oyster. I just need to shuck it, you know? Yeah, we'll see it. We'll see it. Guys have to let me know if you can see all this or not. Like, the vertical really makes this difficult. Although I guess because I'm not streaming in vertical or like showing up on YouTube in vertical, I could easily just turn my phone. So I'll do a nice little one. We'll see how far this will go. Yeah, I don't think that showed up. I don't even think that was in frame. Rats. Ugh. Dude, it's a trip switching slings. It's really tough. Probably the hardest thing. You want to let it go when you let go of the shorter one, but this is a different beast. Did that show up? Yeah, I bet the perspective's just hard to tell how far it is. See if I can get one on the shore over there. Yeah, it just keeps going closer to the bank, and you guys can't see that. Oh, you did see the splash, or you heard it? What are the? That'd be sick. Actually, you know what? Let me grab a bit of my stuff. I might go down to the bottom. I'm like pointing way off, and shoot up and sling this way. It's kind of shaky ground over there. You saw one of them. Good, nice. I'm just gonna grab my stuff here, and we'll walk down there. We'll see what the surface is like. Alrighty. See if I can manage this, because probably gonna lose my phone here. Because as I've said semi frequently here, you guys are sitting on a music stand right now. Not, and it's like a cheap Hercules. Well, I guess Hercules is a decent brand, but you know, it's not really robust. Looks like the service is getting better, so that's promising. Looks beautiful out here. Oh, it is. Yeah, and this is like an ugly spot. You know, it is like a junkyard kind of situation. You can't see it all. I'm trying not to show you stuff that's like too unappealing and whatnot. But there's like a bunch of like old machines and stuff that this construction company used to use. But yeah, like we all know the guy who owns it, and you know he's a nice gentleman. He likes his alcohol, but that doesn't mean too much. I mean, he likes alcohol too much, maybe, but lots of stories. Now, the other thing about down here is there's like a pile of gravel up there, and so it's gonna be difficult to find like nice rocks because these ones are like teensy. I mean, they're like little. Can't really do much with that for you guys, unfortunately. So I'm good. I'll be back. I'll be like a minute or two here. I'm just gonna look for some like a handful of decent rocks to sling. See, over here looks pretty promising. Okay, I got a little pile of rocks. Let's see, probably right about here. Ugh. Now, right now, I'm about as far away from the shore as I was the target before, just to give you guys a bit of an idea of how far it's going. I really don't. I'm not great at like American, but in meters is probably somewhere to the end of the water here, something along the lines of 80 meters. Something along the lines of 80 meters. Um, maybe 60. Like I said, I don't freaking know. Hey, thanks, Black Widow. I'll catch you next time. I'll probably see you in Corner Cobalt Club or Corner Club Cobalt in his chat. Yeah, have a good one. I mean, there is a big difference between 60 and 80 meters. I won't say that, but I'm American and meters makes more sense. Yeah, I mean, I don't really understand the way it's divided up. And like I do CAD work. I work in millimeters all the time, and it's always millimeters. So like my brain's kind of like millimeters, but this, I mean, I don't deal with anything this kind of scale. It's all like backyard, like shade structures and like pergolas and gazebos and pavilions and stuff along those lines. So it's not the most exciting stuff, but pays the bills for now. Soon it'll be YouTube paying the bills. Splish. That one was. I don't often boast, but that was a really good one. Big splashes. Okay, you can see them good. That's good. Good. Double good. That landed on the shore. Working with inches to feet to miles is ridiculous. Yeah. And sometimes what gets me is the shop people, they talk in inches because like woodworking, often you're taught in inches. So I have to constantly go like 25.4 millimeters is almost equivalent to an inch. And that's how we run. So the actual like decimal points are all messed up because we just do like we do rounding in our own way. We don't really do like proper 5 up goes to the next decimal. So if you're at 2 decimal points, if it's 6, we just bring it back down to whatever 25.4 would equal. I don't know if that makes any sense, because if you convert the foot, like 1 foot, into mils, that'll be a different number than if you just added up 25.4 inches 12 times, 25.4 millimeters 12 times. But I digress. I don't know why I'm talking about work right now. All right. 2 more. I got this one and one that's a little bit smaller, and then I'm gonna probably call it. I might drive you guys out of here. I don't know though. I don't know yet. I guess we're getting close to the 2-hour mark anyway. The last sling, my first stream. Good one. Come on. And it's not, but that wasn't bad. Okay, sick. And I think the direction of the sun is definitely leaning to helping me with that. It's not great on the face shots, but I mean, who needs to see that? Who needs to see that anyway? That's not what we're here for. We're here for the slinging. But yeah, I'm excited. I hope you want to get a lapel mic. This has been fun. But I do get a lot self-conscious. Like I would love to not have to think so much about coming up to the phone to speak and all that. All right, let's get over to the car, which really is not far now. I'm gonna give you guys a quick shot of what I'm seeing, because then you'd be like, oh, I think I get it. Okay, make sure that my can't dox me. Oh, my keys are in my freaking bag. I do this to myself all the time. At least once a week. I feel like I'm drowning when I go live. Yeah, dude, it's like this is, I feel like, pretty chill. I'm pretty happy. Like, I was concerned during the day. Like, I was like, what do I talk about? Like, are people just kind of think I'm an idiot? Which what if you do? I can't. I said man twice. Oh, yeah. No, I didn't even. I didn't quite pick up on that, but yeah, no, that's funny. I mean, even like that, like I feel like I was distracted. I do really think that's funny, and it sounded disingenuous, but because I'm so focused. I think you guys can tell how focused I am. And, but yeah, no, it is like a mental thing. You just got to get over the hurdle. Hey, no, you're right. You're actually right, beloved. And like, this is a big step for me too right now in my life. Like, I've always been a creative guy. Haven't had the best self-talk and everything. But this is good. I really love finding like a guy like Chad is really inspirational. Like he's doing what he wants. He's supporting his family. And like it's really not like a negative thing you could say about the guy. Like, I mean, if you have different, I mean, everyone has different opinions on things, but for me, that's not enough to dislike someone unless it's like a crazy opinion. But he seems like super chill and like a great inspiration, and like what you're doing as well. And I struggle too with like, you know, I've had a lot of social anxiety and stuff, and you know, it feels weird to like talking to your phone. But I got over it pretty quick, I think. Like, it's definitely gonna be different when people are here with me. Like, if my like girlfriend or like, I usually call her my wife, but she's my girlfriend. If her brother comes with me, it's just like we talk about weird shit. So I've always want to make content since I was a kid. Always make excuses not to. Yeah, equipment, how I look, how people might view me. No, yeah, no. It's really encouraging seeing what he's doing and just him being so goofy and silly on stream. It just goes like, yeah, I can do that. I could like making a action figure dance for your viewers is not the most average thing, but I love that, and I love how he just embraces it. But here I'll show you, like, it's like a big junkyard. and then you have like, you wouldn't even know. It's beautiful. So no, it's really cool to come across something like that. And pottery is like, as far as a creative outlet, I really love the concept of making like maybe a generational good for my family. Like if I made like my nieces and nephews, I made them their stuff when they moved in to like their college home or whatever. And then, you know, they got to give that to someone else. Like, to me, that would be the coolest thing. I think that would be very rewarding. Kind of, I like to make people gifts and hold on to and like actually make them. Not that like, I don't want to be like, oh, it's the way to do it, but it is, for me, brings me a lot of satisfaction. And even in saying that, always the best at following through with these ideas that I have. And I'm a kind of a serial procrastinator when it comes to those things. A lot of, but that's where like stuff like this and just getting out and doing it and be like, okay, man, like, I mean, yeah, just pulling the trigger and coming out and hitting live. I'm hoping to do it more. Like Wednesday, we might. Applies applies to making kids too. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's in my cards necessarily, but that's all good. You know, I don't want to get into that too much, but it would be really cool to have kids of my own, but I just don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. But no, I don't even know about unfortunately. But anyway, that's it's a deep thing, anyways. But no, you're absolutely right. I can imagine that it is extremely rewarding, and I like I've vicariously experienced it through my you know, siblings and friends and stuff. But all right, people, it's looking like, wow, 2 hours and a minute. Not a bad run. thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching the VOD. If you're watching the VOD, what else, dude? Like and subscribe, all that, yada yada. You definitely do not have to do that because there's not much to see as of right now. But hopefully that'll change in the future. What else? Thanks a lot. Like everyone, almost guarantee everyone who's watching this stream is at least involved in a community that's helped me out a lot in getting here. Oh yeah. Oh, thank you guys. I'm glad that you liked it. And yeah, maybe I'm kind of inspired. So we might do this again tomorrow. Actually, yeah, we'll see. It'll be at a later time, but if I do it. But yeah, I hope everyone has a great evening or rest of your day if you're watching this at a later time. And cheers. Thank you.